This is the news. We have breaking developments to report. Stay with us for more details.
And superiority over the airspace of Iran. China Air Defense System HQ-9B is under questioning. What happened to Iran that the air defense refused to activate? It has failed them again. This is not the first time. All the air defense China have sold to other countries also. They complained that the air defense also failed them, even in Venezuela. It failed Venezuela, it failed Pakistan, it failed everybody that have been using it. Because you know why? China is producing this thing and they have never tested it. Have they gone to war? How long has China gone to war to know if their air defense is working? It's not working. See the one they said to Iran. It did not work for Iran. At least the way they explain this thing, to be able to target any missile that is coming, at least they will see it. They did not see anything. It failed them again. Because now, the Pentagon has announced that they have taken superiority over the airspace of Iran. Meaning they can be able to fly in and fly out just like what Israel did in the 12 days war. They have taken over the superiority of Iran. Where is the air defense? Where is the China air defense? China is selling air defense that they have not tested. China has never been to war for many years, decades. So how do they know their air defense is working? It did not work for Iran, no. And not only Iran, they said in that air defense, that is very HQ-9B, that he has disappointed a lot of countries that has bought it from China. Even Russia. Where is the one that Russia sold to them? Before we continue, let's listen to the disadvantage of the HQ-9B, of the air defense of China that is sold to Iran. The way it disappointed, they made it to kill Ayatollah. He was not able to detect that missiles were coming. Supposed to detect, that is what they said. Supposed to detect that missiles were, even they cannot intercept, or they will be able to intercept at least some of it. Now, you did not detect anything. Let's listen to this thing. Let's listen to the shameful, disgraceful, what do you call it? Air defense that China sold to Iran. Let's listen to it. Very disgraceful and shameful.
The war may be unfolding in the skies over Iran, but the real story could be about what did not happen. The US-Israeli strikes were testing Iran's air defense shield. And at the heart of that shield is a Chinese-made system. One that Beijing markets as cutting edge, the HQ-9B. On paper, it's powerful and highly advanced, built to counter exactly this kind of attack. But when the missiles flew, the Chinese system did not deliver. And this is not the first time that questions like these have surfaced. The same thing happened last year during Operation Sindoor in May 2025. Pakistan was using the Chinese systems then, the HQ-9B.
Yes.
They were put to the test and they really struggled against India. India managed to penetrate the Chinese systems and struck Pakistani military bases. So did China's HQ-9B air defense system first fail Pakistan and now Iran? Our next report.
And Venezuela too.
The United States and Israel launched coordinated airstrikes deep inside Iran. We're talking about precision strikes across multiple provinces. Radar sites were hit, missile batteries were damaged, military infrastructure were targeted. It was a carefully planned operation to punch holes in Iran's air defense shield. And that shield includes one controversial piece of hardware, the Chinese-made HQ-9B. So what exactly is the HQ-9B? Think of it like a country's air bodyguard. The HQ-9B is a long-range surface-to-air missile system developed by China. It's designed to shoot down fighter jets, cruise missiles, drones, and even some ballistic threats. On paper, it's impressive. It has a range of around 250 to 260 kilometers. Its radar can track over 100 targets at once. It uses phased array radar, meaning it scans the sky electronically, not mechanically. It launches vertically, meaning it can fire in any direction quickly. In theory, it's built to stop exactly the kind of attack Iran just faced. But here's the thing. A missile launcher is just the visible part, but air defense itself is part of a network. You need early warning radars, command centers, data links, electronic warfare protection, and integration between systems. If the radar is blinded, if the command center is jammed, if communications are disrupted, then your expensive missiles become useless metal tubes. And that's where things get interesting. Iran doesn't rely on just one system. It built layers. The outer layer includes Russian S-300PM U-2, Chinese HQ-9B,
Even Russia
its
own.
own Bavar 373.
Even Russia own
The
fake
middle
them.
layer consists of mobile systems like Cordad and Rad. The inner layer is made of point defense guns and short-range missiles. The idea is that if one layer misses, the next catches. But that was also a weak point. You see, Iran's network is a mix of Russian hardware, Chinese systems, and indigenous platforms. Different software, different protocols, and different integration standards.
Then what now happened?
Unlike tightly fused Western systems, Iran's setup isn't one brain. It's more like several brains trying to coordinate. In modern warfare, milliseconds matter. And if they don't coordinate, you lose. So did the HQ-9B fail? That depends on what you mean by failure. Did it intercept nothing?
Nothing.
We don't know. Did it stop some threats?
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
Oh,
But here's
yeah.
what we do know. Major infrastructure was hit. Radar installations were reportedly neutralized early. If your radar goes down first, your missile system is blind.
It's blind.
Now, the HQ-9B is marketed as comparable to systems like Russia's S-300, and even influenced by designs similar to the US Patriot. China deploys it in sensitive regions like the South China Sea and around Beijing. So, its battlefield reputation matters. If it struggled in Iran under US-Israeli pressure, that raises questions, not just for Tehran, but for every country buying Chinese air defense systems. If the HQ-9B couldn't hold up under real combat pressure, export credibility takes a hit.
Yes.
And maybe that's the real takeaway. On paper, the HQ-9B looks formidable. But modern war isn't fought on brochures, and if your system can't shoot when it matters most, then all that range and radar capabilities count for very little. For Iran, this was a stress test. For China's defense exports, it may have been something more.
They have failed Iran, China, and Russia. What they said for Iran, it is possible the Iranians were not able to use it. I don't know. But it failed them
This
woefully.
is the news. We have breaking
Because if not, they would
developments
have
to
been
report.
able to
Stay
see
with us for more
that
details.
because it was to prevent what happened that very day they attacked Ayatollah. That is why they bought it now. They bought it for that very purpose. Then what now happened? It did not deliver. He failed them. Now, Pentagon has taken over Iranian airspace. They are taking over. They just announced it this evening that they have taken over the Iranian airspace. And that is what America fight with wisdom and knowledge. They don't fight just like what Iran is doing now, throwing bomb everywhere. No, America go for strategy. They go for what they want, which is to remove all the air defense. They remove everything. Now they don't have anything air defense anymore. The airspace now is America is superiority in the airspace of Iran. Then what is next? Is it not to be giving all of them woto? It's to be giving all of them woto. And now I even heard that the prisoners that their prisoners has run out of the prison. They are now using their prisoner for as a shade. No shade that will cover up themselves so that when bomb is coming, we hit the prisoners. That is what Iran is doing now. They are cowards. If they are not cowards, why are they throwing bomb everywhere? Why don't they concentrate on Israel and America? They will concentrate on America now. Just imagine. Look at them. Look at them. Their airspace has been taken over. It's taken over. America now has superiority over their airspace. Pentagon just announced it this evening. I've read the news before. in my former video. Oh, they thought China and Russia can save them. They cannot save you when God is in throne. They cannot save you. Because people are fighting with the children of God and you will collect boto from Israel and America. I'm 100% sure about that.